I hope you first graders are ready to rock the vote. Today's history lesson is all about voting and answering the question, how do we make rules? Today we're going to learn about voting, we're going to do some voting, and we're going to talk about some of the elements of what makes our country amazing in our ability to vote. So, how do we make rules? A vote is a choice that gets counted. A rule tells you what you can or cannot do. A citizen is a member of a country. Lily wants children to vote for her. A vote is a choice that gets counted. What else do you know about voting? We make school rules. A rule tells you what you can or cannot do. Sometimes everyone votes on a school rule. Sometimes people choose a leader. Leaders can make rules too. Here's our class vote. We can clean our desks in the morning or clean our desks in the afternoon. This way of voting and tallying the marks are actually called tallies. And each one of these little lines is one vote, and then this line that goes across is what we do on every fifth vote. So it's literally like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you see this, you know that this is a set of 5 and 1 extra. So this class voted to clean the desks in the afternoon. Who makes the rules in our school? Well, we know that the teacher makes some of them. Kids can make some rules too. We can have our main leader, Miss Parada. She makes our rules as well. Now let's vote. Before we do that, we should learn about our larger community. We make community rules. Citizens in the United States can vote. A citizen is a member of a country. Citizens vote for leaders. In California, many citizens voted for Dianne Feinstein to be a leader. In fact, she's still a leader today. Leaders make rules. Citizens can also vote for rules. So there's two ways that rules come into place, or laws. That is another word for rule, and that's what we say for the rules that apply everywhere. We call them laws. So we as people, we can vote on laws, and we can say we want this to happen and this to happen and this to happen. But we can't vote on every single little bitty law and do the rest of our lives. So we have to take time to vote for leaders whose whole purpose is to serve us, their people, and making laws that make our country a better place. So we are going to vote for president. Part of voting involves making decisions. When you're making decisions, you have to do this thing. It's called a Tchart. You can see it looks like a T. And where you list pros and cons. Every person that you vote for will have, or rule that you vote for, will have pros and cons. You'll like some things, you won't like others, because no one is perfect. So what your job is to make the best decision for you and for your family and for our whole community so that we can live in a safe way. So for our next assignment, here are the materials you will need. You need crayons, markers, or both. I used both. Scissors. You need a pencil. If you want to glue this into your social studies journal, you certainly can. You will need these two printouts as well. All right, so let's complete this first part. So I know that usually Mrs. Smith does this with you, but I decided it would be better to just make it into pictures. So what you can do now is you can pause my video and you can copy down what you see. So first you should do your name, not my name. You should write down how old you are, not how old I am. We're in the same class, we have the same teacher, and this is your registration card. When you are become a voter and you turn 18, you will need to register in order to vote. That's so that we can count you as an adult in our country. It is an honor to be able to vote. Now this, the I voted, Is it one of those fun, just like one of those fun stickers that you can see when your parents have voted? And you probably have seen people walk around with those, and you'll see them again in November when we go to vote for the president. So I gave you a fun, I voted just for fun. You can see I colored it in. All right, so we are going to vote for one of 3 people for president. The first person is Pete the cat. So Pete the cat wants you to vote for him. He is relaxed, he's musical, and he's groovy. Cat in the Hat wants you to vote for him. He is creative, fun, and silly. He has 2 friends for you, thing 1 and thing 2. And lastly, the Pigeon. The Pigeon is willing to try anything. I can drive the bus, he said. He is persuasive. He is friends with Elephant and Piggy. Here is your official voter ballot. I'd like you to choose Cat in the Hat, Pigeon, or Pete the Cat. You can see who I chose. Then, after you've made your choice, you are going to make a campaign poster for your person. I chose Pete the Cat, and I drew him on my poster. So you should make your choice now. You don't have to do who I chose. I'm curious who you choose. And remember, this is one of the assignments I'd like to see on Google Classroom. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you now, but you can go back through the video, you can pause anywhere you need it, and I'm going to attach my slideshow without my video so that you can go through it on your own. All right, now you know how we make rules. Well, you know the first part of it, and you're ready to rock the vote.